to get started on the first half of this dish, which is a red braised cabbage. The French says chou rouge à la limousine. Now, I'm not sure if the limousine is a chestnut, because this is a red cabbage braised in a red wine and chestnuts, although the chestnuts are optional, and today I have chosen to not put the chestnuts in. Let me explain exactly what we have here. Some of the stuff that I actually didn't show you was I've already cut up all my ingredients. If you remember, in the beef bourguignon, I boiled the bacon, or simmered the bacon for approximately 10 minutes, sort of to take some of the smokiness out that America loves to put in their bacon. So it's cut into lardons, which are the nice little pieces here, boiled. I drained it, I rinsed it with some nice cool water to cool it down, and we're ready to cook with it. What we're going to do is we're going to take approximately 3 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to, for 10 minutes, we're going to cook bacon, 1 cup of onions, and 1/2 cup of thinly sliced carrots. We're going to cook all of this together in my Dutch oven, and we don't want to brown it. We just want it to nicely cook together for approximately 10 minutes. Now, after 10 minutes, what I'm going to do is I've taken 2 pounds of red cabbage cut into 1/2 inch cubes, squares, and I'm going to go slowly stir that in, and again we're going to cook it for another 10 minutes covered. Again, we're not trying to brown it, we're just trying to slowly cook it for approximately 10 minutes. Once that's done, we're going to stir in the remaining ingredients. And what are those? We're going to put 2 cups of a nice young red wine, 2 cups of a good brown sauce, and the spices. Now, the spices consist of 2 cloves of mashed garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Instead of lifting this up, this will be a little easier if we just do this. As you can see, there's all of that. So we have, what do we have here? We have some nutmeg, and we have some ground cloves. That's 1/8 of a teaspoon each. I have approximately 1/8 of a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper. This is a crushed bay leaf. That's approximately 1/4 teaspoon. I have 1/2 teaspoon salt, and like I said, my crushed garlic. Now we're going to take all of this, and once we've done through the first 10 stages, we'll dump the remaining ingredients in. I'm going to bring that up to a simmer on the stove. Once it's at a simmer, we're going to pop it in the oven. We want to cook on a slow boil for 3 to 3.5 hours. One of the ingredients that I did leave out was diced apples. Whenever you're cooking a red vegetable, you have to cook it in some type of an acid accompaniment to retain the color. So what we're doing with this red cabbage is we're cooking it with 2 cups of diced pippin apples. Pippins are very tart, and also the red wine as well to help with the acidity. So let's get down the stove, and see what's cooking. Alright, so as you can tell, I've got everything in here mixed. Again, we don't want, this isn't a heavy cook, so I got it fairly low heat. We just want to, we don't want to brown any of this stuff. And we're going to set this in a covered dish. We're going to cook it for 10 minutes. We're going to cook it for 10 minutes covered, and then we'll come right back. Okay, welcome back. It's been 10 minutes. Let's go down to the stove. We're ready to go. Things are looking good. As you can see, it's been 10 minutes. Maybe a little browning. I see 1 piece there. Nothing really to be concerned with. At that point, let's just go ahead and grab all this beautiful cabbage. Wow, that's a lot of cabbage. Well, my friends, I'm hoping this is gonna cook down, because that's just a ton of cabbage. So what you want to do is you want to mix this up. Try to get the fat and the onions all around this as best as possible, as you can see. And once you think you got it good and mixed, we're going to go ahead and go 10 more minutes. Cover this right back up. Give her another 10 minutes on the stove. Okay, as you can see, alright, as you can see, things are starting to cook down nicely. At this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in the remaining ingredients. 2 cups apples, garlic, ground bay leaves, the pepper, make sure all that gets in there, the stuff, the ground other stuff, and the salt. And I went ahead and combined my wine and my beef bouillon, so I had it right here. We're just going to pour all that in. And I want to bring this back up to heat just to where it simmers, and then it's going to go into the oven. Now I've preheated the oven on this to 325 degrees. Again, she states that you want it to basically just do a slow boil for approximately 3 hours to 3.5 hours. It's definitely going to be on the 3 hours timeline because I have a place to get to. Okay, now I don't know if you can see in here, but you can start to see the bubbles are starting to slightly form, slightly come up on the sides. We don't want to bring this to a boil. It's at a simmer. If you can sort of see, it's just right here. It's about to start to roll a little bit. It's perfect. So at this point, I'm going to kill the heat, slide it in the oven, come back in 3 hours, and it smells delicious. I can't wait to try it. See you soon. Okay, it's been over 3 hours, and I finally just took out the cabbage. So let's see what it looks like down here. Try to scoot it to you a bit. Oh, too much. Definitely cooked down a lot. I'm almost wondering if I didn't cook it too much. Could use some salt, but I mean, it doesn't taste bad. Tastes like sort of cabbage. So at this point, you can use that as a side dish. I think it's cooked too much. I'll have to try it again and I'll let you know. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and put a roast on it, and we're going to cook it for 3 more hours. So see you later.